All right, let's get this show started.
Last weekend, Islam Makhachev knocked out Alexander Volkanovski in the main event of UFC 294. In doing so, he successfully retained his UFC lightweight championship and firmly cemented himself as the best 155-pounder on the planet. In the eyes of many, the win should have been enough to make him the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the UFC's official rankings. While he did move above Volkanovski, he was still left at #2 behind Jon Jones. On Tuesday, Makhachev came back to Russia and was asked by media what he thinks of the latest pound-for-pound rankings. Here's what he said.
Дело в том, что опубликовали рейтинг паунд, и там в рейтинге ты не первый, ты второй, первое место осталось от Джонсона. Что ты думаешь по этому поводу?
Ну, я уже говорил на пресс-конференции, я сам, честно сказать, еще это не видел. Кто составляет эти рейтинги и для чего их составляет, не знаю. Я уже выигрывал первого номера pound for pound, и меня не поставили на первое место. И даже сейчас, почему меня не поставили, ничего удивительного нет. Может, какие-то там свои выгоды как-то хотят. У него сейчас бой больше раскачать или что-то такое. Я не знаю, как по-другому первого места достичь. Если выиграл первого номера, тебя не ставят на первое место, то по-другому я не знаю, как вообще, какой путь там.
After UFC 294, many have asked the question, who will Islam Makhachev fight next? The first names that come to mind are either Charles Oliveira or Justin Gaethje. However, Daniel Cormier thinks differently. Speaking on the DCNRC show, Cormier suggested that Makhachev should fight Conor McGregor next and explained why this fight makes a lot of sense.
All right, man, well, if I'm being completely honest, I got some friends that's probably going to be a little disappointed, but I know who Islam should fight next. And it's no disrespect to Gaethje or Chandler or anybody. I think Islam should fight Conor McGregor next. Because, listen to this now, and you have to listen, right? You have to listen, RC. It's built in. It's built in. It's the biggest money fight the UFC can make, and why not? You have Islam Makhachev, who looks to be a guy that's going to be a dominant champion. In order to have that dominant champion go to the next level of superstardom, you need a foil. You need a guy that can elevate him. The guy that can elevate him to that level is Conor McGregor. Because look at what Conor McGregor did, or beating Conor McGregor did for Dustin Poirier. Look at what it did for Khabib Nurmagomedov. If we're not even talking about all the other levels at which this just makes sense, you have Islam fighting Conor after the issues Conor has had with Khabib and everything else. You have Islam fighting Conor, the biggest star in mixed martial arts, coming back to the UFC. Ryan, it makes sense. And for the people that go, well, Conor McGregor lost his last fight, it doesn't matter. It makes all the sense in the world.
Jon Jones vs. Stipe Miocic will no longer happen at UFC 295. Late Tuesday night, Dana White announced that Jones suffered an injury in training that will prevent him from competing on November 11th. Yuri Prochazka and Alex Pereira now serve as the main event, and Serghei Pavlovich faces Tom Aspinall for the interim heavyweight title.
What's up, everybody? Here we are again. You know, Jon Jones was training last night, got injured. He was wrestling, and he tore the tendon that connects your pec to the bone, off the bone. 8 months, gonna need surgery. He's out. So, the main event is Prochazka versus Pereira. The co-main event now is Pavlovich versus Aspinall for the interim heavyweight championship.
Here's how the MMA community reacted to the disappointing news. Amy Kaplan wrote, "I don't think we ever see Stipe Miocic again." BJ Penn said, "Wishing you a speedy recovery, champ," at Johnny Bones. Volkanovski joked, tweeting, "I volunteer as tribute." Obviously, wish Johnny Bones all the best in recovery. Max Holloway, "Damn, more craziness." Mark Raimondi, "A lot of people are asking why didn't Miocic stay on UFC 295 and fight for the interim belt? What would be the point? Jones vs. Miocic was the legacy fight. Why risk losing that if you're Miocic? The UFC can still rebook it for next year and it would be just as big." Sean O'Malley, "Sugar State Athletic Commission took care of it," and Stefan Struve concluded, "Damn." Here's what Tom Aspinall had to say about stepping in on 2 weeks' notice to fight Serghei Pavlovich.
Good morning, everybody. Yes, the rumours are in fact true. I am fighting Serghei Pavlovich in 2 weeks' time, and obviously my phone is going absolutely insane right now. Questions, tickets, interviews, people want to know everything, but I'm going to be staying off social media. Quite frankly, I have 2 weeks to train for this and I'm going to get myself as ready as possible, and I don't have time for social media right now. So appreciate all the support. Sure, there's a lot of hate out there as well. Love you too, and I'll probably see you on the other side because I ain't got time to reply to loads of messages. Peace out.
Dean Thomas is not impressed by Khamzat Chimaev's performance against Kamaru Usman at UFC 294. Speaking on MMA Today, the former UFC fighter and current MMA analyst explained why he thinks Chimaev is not a championship-level fighter, as many people believe him to be.
Listen, man, he doesn't have the discipline or the disposition to be a championship-level fighter.
Okay.
And that's just what it is. Now, here's the thing, and this is not what I'm doing. This is what everybody else does. They go, oh, well, if it was 2 more rounds, he would have won. I'm not basing this on, well, if it was 2 more rounds, Usman would have won. I'm basing this on his body of work and the way he fights. He is a complete front runner. And not if you tack 2 more rounds, but the fact that in order for him to win, he has got to beat you in the front, and then he hangs on to it. And he starts to get wild when it's not going his way. That is not championship level material. He has shown no ability to make real tactical adjustments in fights. Okay. He just gets wild. And then after every fight, he gets humbled. Even though he wins, he's humbled because he didn't kill him the way he thought he was supposed to, because it didn't go the way it went in his head, or it didn't go the way it went in his fights, his first couple of fights in Abu Dhabi, where he was screaming and running around and acting like the man. So when a guy gives him trouble, he's humbled. That's not the way championship level fighters react, and that's not the way they conduct themselves. He is not a championship level fighter.
Here are the top 3 memes found on the internet today. Third place was found over Reddit and was posted by a user named Cheesy. Second place meme was found over Facebook and was posted by a user named Artem. And the top picked meme of the day was found over Instagram and was posted by a user named As Shopped As It Gets. Thanks for watching. If you like the content, smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe to stay in the talk.